What's a memory from childhood that helped set you on the trajectory of becoming the man you are today?
Standing on the corner with Mr. Mayer, the principal of St. Philip's School. I was in kindergarten. And I looked up and there was a cloud in the sky. And I said, Mr. Mayer, is that cloud as big as the world? And he paused for a minute and he goes, well, yes, it is, Matthew. Now, in my 7-year-old mind, I went, okay, I can see the outlines of it. And that must mean it is so far away. Because if that's as big as the world, I remember it took 15 hours just to drive from Longview to Florida last year, and I can't even see that far. So that cloud must be so far off that it's not worth me even considering. Space, dreams, any of that. I was like, Army, I'm looking down. I'm going to put my head to the ground. I'm going to look right in front of me and deal with what's in front of me, because dealing with dreams and what's out there and not on this earth that gravity holds down, not worth considering. You never make it. It's not even worth imagining. It's poof, it's fairy dust. Mm-hmm. So I think I learned a lot of self-reliance from that. I think I got a work ethic from that. I think I got hey, focus on what's right in front of you. Do the deed. Take care of what's in front of you one at a time and slowly notch up your way. And hopefully there's some ascension to that. And it wasn't until quite years later, in some ways decades later, that I started to go, oh, I can project. I can dream. Why? Because literally the first time I got in a plane, and in 30 seconds I was in a cloud, I'm like, whoa, we must be going 1 trillion miles an hour because we're already in that cloud that was as big as the world that I saw the edge of. And then I grew and learned enough to go, well, that's not true. Planes don't go that fast. Oh, what Mr. Mayer said wasn't really true. That cloud is not as big as the world, and it's not near as far away as I thought. But I'm glad he lied to me.
What do you think about that tension of a way of living life between being a dreamer and a pragmatist?
Yeah.
Which is a better way?
The honey holes, the reciprocity of the two of them. I mean, I can't be present unless I got plans. I want to have the big picture in mind, but I got to go a day at a time. I like to write the headline or I think we need to have a North Star, something to look forward to. But we all know that if we're staring at it, we're tripping on the way. If we're just, you read the Hallmark cards, which irk me, dream it, you can do it. I think that's a half-ass horrible thing to tell somebody.
Yeah.
Because, and you talk, and then on the other side, you have things like, people say hope means nothing. Well, yes, it does. That's the dream. You just don't stop there. There's not a period after that word. Now, what do we do practically? And I think that constant tension, when that tension's a dance, is when it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. When it's not as much. But to see those as contradictions, I think, is where we've fallen short. So one on their own, if we silo the two, if you silo the two, I guess the pragmatic's the one to go with, because at least you'll get something done. But if you only silo the dream and don't do anything about it, you're kind of living an illusion and kind of living in a virtual reality.
Yeah, it's tricky. Even the people you love can sometimes suffocate the dream, can make you believe that it's not possible. It feels like a lot of parents kind of want you to be safe, want you to be stable, want you to have a plan so that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And the dream feels like a threat to that.
Yeah. How much of that, though, I wonder, is proper initiation? Because if you throw in dreams out, I call it conservative, very liberal late. Let's learn to block and tackle. Let's learn that work ethic, those things, those pragmatics first. Learn the rules of the road, the rules of the game, the things that we can all kind of rely on. This is how the world's supposed to work. Now, it doesn't always work that way. You teach a child to drive. It's like, yeah, you stay in the lane, you go the speed limit. This is all helpful, but that doesn't guarantee that no one else is running the red light. But we learn that later. There's an initiation, I think, that's proper with the dream. I mean, I think my parents were very much that way. The idea of going to chase an acting career or something was what? That was a different vernacular. That was like not in our. I was taught to work your way up a company ladder and 9 to 5, do your job. But the day I brought it up and said I wanted to go to film school, and I thought my dad was going to go, "You want to do what, boy?" He was like, gave me some of the best advice ever and told me not to half-ass it and said, "Go." In between the lines, what he heard from me was that made him so happy as a father, I believe, and makes any parent happy, is when our child doesn't ask us permission to go chase a dream.
Oh, yeah.
When they're going, "I'm bringing it up to you with full respect,
Yeah.
but I'm doing this with or without you." That's when a parent goes, "Oh, yes, I've done something right enough. I helped my child be secure enough in the pragmatics, to have a foundation enough where they have the courage to go, I'm flying the nest."